Hello everyone, I'm Greg Luke, thank you for joining me, and welcome back to episode 448 of Factorio with the C-Block mod, where we have made some production of plutonium because we need it for radio thermoelectric generators that we need for radars later on and for robots for now. Up here. So we just want to be able to make more of this than we get from just uranium processing, because this will not be fast enough. So might as well get this seeded and started up first. I'm just gonna take this and put out here for now, just so this doesn't fill up with stuff. Good. And this should just, well, run by itself, slowly scale up. This is not really needed anymore. This is not really needed anymore. I don't think this is either. Is the next thing Invar then, or should we get started on rocket fuel? Or was there something else that I'm forgetting? Our iron problems have been resolved, right? You should go home though. But yeah, we have plenty of iron here. 200,000 waiting. This train isn't getting filled very fast, I admit, but... is that a problem? It would be better if we could upgrade the setup like this one over here, but... I don't think it's a problem. So I guess Invar should be the next thing, just because it's not going to take more than an episode or something like that. Whereas rocket fuel for this stuff will take a long time. So let's start with this stuff. We have nickel ore from chrome, I think. But maybe we're gonna need more of it. We should at least make this production of Invar where it can make its own nickel, but prefer input from external sources. Because here at chrome, we output a bunch. Though we are currently exporting it to Nitinol. Where we do have many 100,000 of it, so it shouldn't be needed to keep going here. I don't think. But again, we should secure a local production as well as the possibility to get it in from external sources. So I guess we should get a refill. And maybe get rid of some junk. What else? I don't want to carry those around. My neighbor is drilling in the walls. Hopefully you can't hear that, but if you can, then I'm sorry. Can't really do much about it at the moment. Okay, I think that's everything. Though maybe we should have a look at what we actually need. Let's just say 2 bell seconds. Trying not to speak while they drill, so I might be quiet for somewhat extended periods of time. Yeah, we're just gonna use the same iron recipe for steel as we have been doing all along, for normal iron. And for sorting, Sorting and casting will use productivity macro. Same for iron ore. This is just... No, this is a full double setup, right? I think so. Nickel is a very low. Actually, we don't even need this yet, I don't think. We're just gonna make a standard setup that will produce 60 of each of these per second, or 30 maybe. Doesn't matter much anyway. For this though, we need a full 60, unless we productivity the crystallizers. Is that possible to get enough out of? I don't think so. It is not possible. We need more than 30 of... Wait, what? 60 is... This is 60, right? Yes. So we just need a dual setup to make this. Okay. It is 60 out of each side here. That's what I always forget, apparently. Good. That's all fine. Same for this, but I don't really care much, dang it, about that part. What did I delete that I shouldn't have? Smelting of this into steel. So everything should be pretty easy here. We're bringing this in by robot, same with this, I guess. We need to make carbon monoxide that requires carbon. So we should probably put that in here, just so I don't forget it. Are there anything weird with these? It's just water, or purified water, right? Yes. With some wastewaters. Okay, but this is all pretty standard. We just need the normal things, so there's nothing we need to worry about here. We want the train to get close to down here. Do we have a station for that? Yes, we do. Awesome. And we'll just go to modules meanwhile to hopefully fill up even more. Actually, we don't want these with us. I guess that's about it. Maybe we should bring some more landfill, though the train brings more. But I am just gonna take a little bit more. Are we still doing okay on power? We did just upgrade it. I just want to be sure that we're not spiking every now and then and not having enough. But I guess it's fine, so let's go to modules. So this is just a dual setup for normal resources. We do need the oxygen in, but that is part of our blueprint now, right? Don't we have a lot of pipe going in the middle here to bring oxygen down? I believe so. So that should be fine. We'll see. Seems like we're pretty active here, that's always good news. Good amounts of modules, we should put the low tiers back in. Good. Don't think we have anything else to do here, so let's go. Don't need a lot of space for this. I don't think we'll ever need more than 120 per second. So this is fine, I believe. Dang it, I couldn't just make more space. There we go. Go big. I guess we should maybe kill some worms over here. And we should call the train then. Good. Good. I guess we should get the station set up first of all. And what is it we need? Need extra charcoal in, carbon, limestone, and nickel. I think we're gonna bring most of those in by belt. Also crystal catalysts and mineral catalysts. At least we'll bring it in by belt to get it in just closer to where the robots will need it. We'll see if we will actually run the full belts. So from the top, these two we need quite a lot of. If we bring in a lot of nickel, we won't, but still it's a lot. So those 3 resources can be here. We need more space for the rest. And we need to make sure we don't connect these networks with down here. So we needed carbon. And mineral catalysts, I guess. Are we spending too much space here for this stuff? I just want to double check here. So we have fuel, that's fine. We have 1 for charcoal, 1 for limestone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 stations with input. We need 2 more input and then an output. I guess we can make that work. Just don't want these to go down. That's 6 inputs. Is again, are we entirely sure that's all we need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I am pretty sure about that, yes, okay. And then for output, I will just future-proof it a little bit and make a double-sided station. Good. And we need to grab some stuff from the train then. Some of those. Some of those. And some rail. Good. All done? Yep. Good. Now with that many belts, we should leave some space here for managing those. But I guess we can build anywhere out here. The biggest of these two, of all the setups, this is really just an add-on at the end, but I guess that should be here. And maybe we should really go in here and design all of this. Because that's just a lot easier, and we don't have to put landfill down for it. So we need this. Well, we have a blueprint of that. This for the iron. And would we rather shove the other part of this that makes the nickel further up, or would we rather have some wasted space at the bottom? I guess we would like their end products to actually align pretty well. Because that requires less landfill and less belt and everything. Okay. I just normally like to keep the water needed up here in straight rows. But not right now. Good. One of these should be oxygen, if they're not both. They are both oxygen. Didn't we also add purified water into the mix? I guess not, but we should. Have we done that up here anywhere? We have it. Oh, where we need it actually, not for this where we don't need it. We shouldn't ever need oxygen where we don't need to make chunks, and if we need to make chunks, we use this setup. Okay. I think that's fine. From the iron we need to make steel. We need the oxygen for that, so that's all good. Do we have a good enough setup up here that we can steal for the steel? This, for example. We do use pellets here. It is 6 of these needed, which is what we have here. So scale all of this to 6. 6. We only have 6 of these as well though. Is that because we added it after this? Yes it is. Okay. Good. So we can scale all of that to 6 pretty easily. Which is what we have. We're not gonna do this part, and that's fine. Because we need to mix the ingots with the nickel ingots. Yes. I think this is fine. But maybe we want to redesign it anyway. I'm so bad at reusing everything I make, even though I'm trying to make it reusable every time. Well, one thing about this is that it's not an equal amount of, or an even amount of tiles wide. Yeah, fitting in there. And here. Good. We have some space for beacons, that's good. 2, 4, 6, potentially 8. That's probably all good. We have catalysts coming in, that's fine. We have crust stone going out. That's fine as well. I think I'm just gonna put the handling of the crust stone down right away. So I don't forget. Liquefier in there. Water here, that's fine. Make mineralized water. Put one of these in. Get that in still. Power. And power. Why are these not powered? Oh, because we had something else at the end to power those. That should work. Don't need those, because we have these coming in. We need these to be mixed, sort of, because these can just be rolite. Don't need more than a belt combined. Oh, but we have 2 belts coming in anyway, that's fine. We need the belts to be correct though. Wait, where do we overtake from this belt? Wait, that's a crust stone, not an actual input. Okay. Good thing I figured that out first before doing too much here. Something like that. Crust stone, catalysts. Yep. So we can push this right up against that if we wanted to. And I guess I do want to. Good. I think that's everything here. So we get some steel ingots out. Just a belt combined actually. But we'll see how we want, or what we want to do with that. Want to mix it with nickel ingots in one blast furnace. Only one. Okay. So I guess we want to design the nickel part and see if that's any longer than this, which it will be because we have the chunking at the bottom. So this. And that's without even the nickel ingots. Or the sorting. So let's design the sorting for that stuff and call this part done so I can figure out the rest. We need one machine doing sorting for this, okay. And that needs stuff from this. Purified water is needed, but that's coming from the chunks, that's fine. We need the liquid in there. And the output of this in. And then we just need to mix it. Okay, so it is pretty dang simple. I think I am gonna do two or a mirrored setup still, so two of those. Maybe two of these, maybe two of these. I just want a marker of how wide we can go here. Pretty wide. We don't need to crush, we just need chunks in, right? Yes, and a catalyst. Okay, so we have a lot of space. Or actually, I just want to see our chunking setup. We don't need a full set, but still, it's a lot easier to just make everything here and then not need everything. And one side would just be rubite and one would be sapphirite. And we have more than we ever need. But if we ever want to upgrade it, then we can just add more steel ingots, I guess. Good. So, sorting is kind of done. Well, we don't need it to go under because we don't need more than one machine, so something like that. Actually, these could just come in as to be loaded, I guess. It's a shared belt. Which means we can put this all the way out here if we want to. And load the catalyst as well, I guess. Okay, so this sorts nickel. Good. That needs to go into a blast furnace. Unless we want to process it further. Is there a reason to process it further? I don't want this. But we could do cathodes, I guess, with sulfuric acid, but then we would have to bring that down. No, I don't want to. Again, we don't need that much nickel. So it's not really a problem that I want to care about. Good. So no processing of that. So let's repin that without the things we removed. Good. This is just simple ingots. Make monoxide. Get purified water in, that comes from the chunks again. We also need carbon in. We also need to transfer this. We also need fuel in here. Could just use that same chest actually. I sort of like that idea. So carbon, well, we risk using carbon as fuel here instead of charcoal, which is not the greatest. No, let's keep them separate then. Just to make sure that I know what's going on. And then we also want to bring in nickel ore, but we could just bring that in on a belt as well. Unless whatever further processing we have get in the way. We'll see. It shouldn't, because it should be very small. So that gives us ingots, which is what we need along with these ingots. So we put those on a belt. Good. Is that it for this part? I think it is. And yes, we can mirror it all the way out here. We have plenty of space for beacons for this, so that's fine. Still sort of want to keep the base parts of these aligned. Just because it makes everything a lot more, well, ordered, I guess. I think we will just move these down. It's not like it's a lot of space extra needed. Also, I should really be building all of this on the existing water so we don't put more water down. Please remove that from the minimap. Thank you. The problem is all this water down here, but we'll see how that goes. Or we could just do this without all the water, I guess. I am changing my mind, as always. I'm just gonna take a new copy of the chunking for the nickel, because then we don't have the water included in the blueprint. Is that correct and where we want it? One space in between sounds good. We will have a space of land between them as well, that's also nice. Good. Well, we need to mix the outputs here. Can we just do something like this? Well, we could. It's not the prettiest in the world. Save. Okay, I think that's what we need here. So these two belts and these two belts need to be merged. We could probably just do that over here then. I'm just gonna mark what is supposed to go in and what is supposed to come out a little bit more. So no reason to have two long belts here. This is probably all fine. Good. Again, we can beacon here, no problem. We need to update some recipes for rubite. Rubite. And that needs to be balanced, is that correct? Yes. Chunks of geodes are making. Teal or cyan. Good. We have purified water here that we might need coming down here as well. Which is sort of blocked, but we can fix that. And that just fits right in, that's pretty awesome. Didn't really plan for that. Good. Wastewater is gotten rid of. This is all fine. Have oxygen, but we don't need it here. Everything is good then for this part. So we just need the last two parts. Again, these needs to come in. Could we output this stuff onto the belt instead? So if the belt is already full from the import, then this is not used, instead of using half and half or something like that. Nah, this should be fine. Again, we shouldn't have that much imported. We can always fix it if it becomes a problem, I guess. So this part, 1 induction furnace, 9 of these. More like 10 just to get nice 2 belts out. Or maybe just 8. So... pipe. Some casting machines. Well, we have a nice amount of space here, so... I think I want to do something like that. And we reach everything with beacons in the middle then. beacons. Yes, we can. I need some belt, please. Thank you. And that should be our 2 full belts. If we have some beacons in, or some modules in at least. Invar. Is there a good way to get this covered by the beacons as well? I'm sort of thinking that if we move this up 1 tile, we can have a module here, or beacon there, 3 beacons in here. And then those should all hit this one, yes. And everything else is easily hit by 4. Some of them are hit by 5, so that's good. All great. Might as well move this down a bit. Do we want to try and prepare for scaling? No. Again, we shouldn't need this much anyway. Let's have the output of this in the middle, just for even distribution. This is less than a belt, so we put it in. This is less than a belt. If this is supposed to make Invar, we should just load this in as well as, and then everything should work. As long as we have power for everything. Yes, this could just be up further, simply because it will save us some power poles. It's the same amount of belt, so no worries there. Something like that. Input should be done, or get done. Same over here. It's only, well, it is limestone and charcoal and carbon we need to bring by robot, but that's fine. I can live with that. We can bring that in close as well if we want to. So this is how it will look. And that's just going out here somewhere. Sure. Yeah, please stop putting stuff down this far away. Stop entirely, please. Because, yeah, the worms will start hitting us if we do that. So let's grab our artillery. Actually, maybe we should get some trains in here, but again, we should fix our worm problem first, because this takes some time as well. Gonna shoot. No, good. So this is Invar. Good. So fuel first. We take this train. Invar. Fuel. Empty all time. Good. Then the next thing will be charcoal and limestone, mineral. Why am I deleting everything here? That's not what I'm supposed to be doing. Mineral catalyst and crystal. Again, I'm not supposed to be removing the part of the name that's already there. I'm stupid. Crystal, catalyst, carbon. And what's this thing I'm forgetting about? Oh, the nickel, of course. Good. Fuel is on the way. We should prevent that from leaving and have it come here first. Is it actually correct that we don't need any liquids in at all? We make this locally. Oops. We make this. And that should be all. Okay. Now, one problem with getting nickel in from the outside here is that we would like to prioritize the nickel going to nitinol processing. But I guess we could just set a lot lower limit here. Because again, this can produce its own nickel, nitinol cannot. Nickel or... So let's just set a lot lower time limit here. We're only allowed to sit there for 5 seconds. If it's filled up, we get a lot out anyway. If it's not filled up, we are not preventing the other train from coming in and grabbing it. That's the idea, at least. Maybe it won't work, we'll see. Go. This was carbon. Invar. Carbon. Empty. Let's put a time constraint here. I'm not sure it's needed, but we're doing it. Crystal. Full. Invar. Empty. And we're gonna put a time restraint here as well. Mineral. Catalyst. Full. And a time constraint, sure. Invar. Empty. Go. Export you so we get more fuel. What are you supposed to be doing? Limestone? All the time. Invar, empty, go. And charcoal. Invar, empty. Should we put a time constraint? Sure. You never know when we get shortages again. Good. And then you can go, I guess. Let's figure out how far we need to go out and try and kill all the worms on the way. Unless we're just out of artillery. So we need to build up to around here. That should work just fine, yes. And that's all the landfill. Good thing we have more on the train. We don't have more ammo though, so we will need to go back. So let's just go right away. Plane is out on the rails, of course. Oh, I forgot to reconnect this. Good. I really want a higher UPS FPS. Dang it. Why is it so bad? I want a better computer. And I want less machines in my save game. It is still the machines, entities that take up our time, right? So we have 36 milliseconds between each update. And it's 24 of those going to entities, yeah. And what entities is it? Inserters is quite a lot, but we need those. Generators is not bad at all. Some furnaces, but again, not bad. What's behind here? Can we see some more stuff? If we... No, then it's just overlapping. Dang it. I wanted to move. How do we get this out of the way? I don't know. Pumps are also taking some stuff, but we have a lot of those, so that's reasonable. Logistic robots, okay. There must be some high number in here behind this. I think it's assembling machines, which basically includes a lot of stuff like electrolyzers and stuff like that. I think that's what's included in that though, but yeah, okay. Can't really do a lot about it right now. I came for ammo. Good. Did we get everything else? Yeah. Great. Are we not producing science anymore? I feel like we've been on 58% for quite a while. We just lack yellow? No. We lack one of the purples? Yeah. Okay, but it is producing. We saw some getting in. It's just too slow. We might need to do something about that at some point. We'll see. First, Invar. Hopefully to completion. Let's grab some landfill from the train. Because again, we didn't have any more. Need it. Actually, just take all of it, sure. I'm just gonna put this at the top and hopefully be able to remember that. I want to be able to hit both the top and the bottom. Come on. Dang it. Why is it so hard to do this? Let's just go one tile smaller then and maybe be happy. Kill some worms. Need to go to around here, I think. Yes, that seems to be correct. Go around there. Yeah, good. And we basically just need to double that, so let's go down from there. And in from here. Good. And we should get some robots working on that. That is not our robots, I guess. Oh, let's store our stuff. I need to power this out here. But I don't have any big poles, but let's just get it done first of all. As then we can place everything out here. Oh, don't give it back to me, please. Why are the robots not taking stuff? Do we not have any of the things we need here yet? We should have a lot of that. Come on, robots. Do your work. What's going on? I think they're just being slow. Maybe We need charge or something? No. It is provider chests. If we help a little bit. Hello. Unfortunately, that's all we have time for in this episode. So thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.